Well, hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about BookCreator, a really incredible tool that helps promote independent reading and writing skills and that students really love to use. If you're new to the BookCreator experience, I hope that you get excited and that you can't wait to immediately implement this and maybe even try creating some of your own books yourself. So if you want to keep the presentation, the bit.ly URL is right here, bit.ly/BC for BookCreator, Nebraska. It is case sensitive, so type it exactly as you see it, and that will take you to this presentation. So my name, just so you know who you are working with for the next half hour, my name is Janowski, and I am an assistive and inclusive technology consultant, and I work north of Boston and provide assistive technology and augmentative communicative services throughout the greater Boston area. I also speak nationally and present, but this is really one of my favorite tools to talk about. I really love to support students. We have learner variability in our classroom, and so what we want to do is give students a variety of ways that they can engage with the content and a variety of ways that they can demonstrate what they know. BookCreator is one of those awesome tools. It really is fantastic. So what is it? It's a book creation tool. It's an online website that you can use through your Chrome browser. It is also an app. The thing to understand right now, and I'm not sure if they ever will, right now the app and the Chrome website do not sync. So if you create something on your iPad, it will not, you can't finish it in the Chrome extension, in the Chrome URL. So just keep that in mind. They are two separate products. The BookCreator teacher version allows teachers to make up to 40 books in the school year. The iPad app is $4.99, and it allows you to make unlimited books. So the free BookCreator Chrome website allows you to make up to 40 books. You can add text, you can add drawings, you can add audio, you can add video, you can add photos, images, shapes, you can add thought and speech bubbles, you can add closed captions to your videos, you can add captions to your audio recordings. It's really a phenomenal tool. And it is designed to reach every learner with embedded universal design for learning features. They do keep adding new features. In fact, the one that I just mentioned about adding closed captions to your audio recordings was just announced this week. They continue to add new features all the time. They are very interested in promoting accessibility and making sure that this kind of a tool reaches all learners. Have I said enough that it's awesome? It really is. So let's take a look at BookCreator. It is a very simple way to create and share ebooks in your classroom. So what we'll do is we will go to the BookCreator website. And when this is what the home screen looks like. I obviously have created an account, and so I will sign in. But what I want you to do before we even sign in, I want you to see what is available on the home page. So you can learn more, you can sign up for free right here. It's all about creativity. One of the things, when we think about the use of technology, we really want to think about it from a perspective that allows students to create content. That's really important. It's not all about students being passive learners. We want them to be active learners so that they can use this tool to compose text, book creation tool. And it also is a way, if you have students who have difficulty independently accessing your curriculum, you can use a tool like BookCreator to help them to access the curriculum more independently. So let's take a look. So if we go here, these are the features. I want you to see this. This is incredible. So the features. So you create, you read, you publish. So what can you do? There's 50 hand-picked fonts to choose from. Font choices make a difference. They help us communicate what we're trying to a little bit more effectively depending on what font choice you make. You can add images or you can bring in your own photos. You can drop in video or music, even recording your voice. You can use the pen tool. You can draw. You can annotate. You can use shapes, arrows, emojis. You can use it in a portrait mode, square mode. You can even landscape it. And the other thing too is it does have comic book layout, so that if your students are interested in composing a graphic novel, this is an awesome tool for that. It allows real-time collaboration. Right now, during this period of remote learning, this school year, they did make the collaboration feature available for free. I'm not sure when they will take that feature away and make it part of the premium version again. This is one of the really cool things. Look at this. The magic of auto draw. You know, I don't know if you're like me, but I am not a great drawer. But if you use the auto draw feature, watch what happens in this video. So 2 circles and a line. And automatically it gives you some choices, and it recognizes that that was supposed to be a bicycle. So the auto draw feature allows you to draw something that is similar in shape, and then it guesses what you want to draw. And so here you can, I just want you to see this. So see how it gives a variety of different choices too, based on that drawing. So it says, did you mean? So don't even have to be the best artist, and it will help you to improve the quality of your drawing. So it has a library of thousands of professionally drawn shapes. You can app smash. You can bring in other apps, other online resources into your book. You can bring in a YouTube video. You can bring in Explain Everything. You can bring in Flipgrid comments. So you can link to outside resources as well. It's really quite amazing. Another thing that you can do, you've got these comic templates and stickers. So see, I mean, it's got this really fun text possibilities. So you can create your class library. Each teacher gets one library with 40 books for free when you sign in. So you log in as a teacher, you create your first library, and then you get an invite code so your students can join. That's how easy it is. It also has a read to me feature, which I am going to show you as well. So watch this. Switch between edit and reading mode, and let's see if you can see how it is highlighting every word. So the other thing too, it has you can have your books read to you in any language. So you can even choose to have the words highlighted. So learn more, that will take you. So these are the features. Once you create the book, what do? How do you share it? I will show you how you can do that. The world is your audience. I read something, that was written by someone. They said, when students write for an audience of 1, they write something that is good enough. When they write for a larger audience, when the world is their audience, they write something that is really great. They want to make sure that if it's being published and a larger audience has access to it, they don't just want it to be good enough. They want it to be impressive. So that's another reason to use a tool like this, and then publish it online so that students can share with family in other parts of the country, other parts of the world. It can be a really motivating tool to get students to see themselves as a writer. Too often our students become discouraged, frustrated when it comes to writing. Using a tool like this helps them to reframe how they see themselves, and hopefully that they feel very positive about their abilities to compose text through BookCreator. So here, when you publish it, this is, it can be viewed on any device, and you share the URL with whoever you want to, and then other people can see it. You can also export it as an EPUB file, and you can even publish it in the iBook store. The other option too is you can print your book, But when you print it, you lose all those interactive features. So that is something to be aware of. So share with the parents, share with the world. How great is that? So here are all the features that can help you really understand what is built in. And here's, you can see here what's the difference between BookCreator for the iPad and BookCreator Online, and check that out. So let's take a look. I've got I'm already logged in. You can see I have, actually, let me move this. I have 22 books here. What I want to do is show you my library. So I have a few different libraries. So when you sign up as a teacher, you'll create your teacher library, and then you'll share that code with your students. So here's my Fantastic Creations library. And another way to get into it is see these books here. If, oh, no, I can combine books, I can delete books. Oh, sorry, showing you the wrong thing. I can move it to a library, I can import a book even. And here is where I can publish online, I can collaborate, I can download it as an ebook, and I can print. So let's get started. What do we want to do? Simple. See this right here? It says new book. So I can click on my new book. I can choose which shape I would like. I can choose whether I want it to be a graphic novel. And it's oftentimes great to just start with the graphic novel anyway, even if you decide not to use the comic strips, because let me just show you why. So I'll click on Square, and here's my cover. The reason I suggest trying the graphic novel to start with is because it does give you more options. So what do? We have a blank cover. So I'm going to hit the plus, and this is where the power of this tool is. It's so amazing. So we can add in our panels just so you can see all of the variety of different panels that are lots of options available to us. I'm not going to do a graphic novel, but I just want you to see that. The other thing that I want you to see is when you choose the graphic novel option, look at these different textile choices that you get. You get, boom. So let me just show you what else too. You get these stickers. And how much more motivating is it for our students when they see something like this, like boom, boom, and wow, and crash. And so it's really a lot more fun to bring in those kinds of stickers. So I am going to undo all that, because I don't really want to start that way, but I just want you to see that capability. So that's our comics option. We can add a speech bubble and a thought bubble. We can add shapes, and again, thought bubble and speech bubble. We can add media. Look at this. So with media, we can hit import, and that allows us to we can bring in maps. Maybe you're writing a history book and you want to show where in the world this particular battle took place or event. You can bring in files. You can upload things from your computer. You can get things from your Google Drive. You can also embed. This is how I embed a YouTube video. Or you can just do a Google image search. So let's say we want to write a book about the beach. So I'll just type in beach, search, and so we want to go on a great beach vacation, and this picture looks great, so I'm going to select this one, see how it's highlighted, and now I'll just click select, and it automatically goes right into my cover. Now I can select it. See, when I have the blue, when I have it selected, you see the blue outline. Now I can move it, I can resize it, I can turn it in a different angle, and actually I want to make this a little bit bigger. And I also, now when I have the picture selected, and I go to this eye inspector button. I want you to see this. So now we can add alt text for the image to make this accessible. Maybe you have a student who is visually impaired and they can't see the picture. You could add in alt text. You can move the image if you add multiple images. I'm going to also go into page. Look at all the options. So when I choose comic, I have a lot of fun background choices. Look at this. Or I can just use, these were some of the recent choices. So I want you to see, you can just use a single solid color. Scroll here. I can even add paper backgrounds. It's hard to see, but there's graph paper, there's even musical note paper, there's lined paper, there's graph paper, all kinds of options. And there's also borders. We could add a border, we could add a pattern. Here's some of our patterns. Our students really love exploring those page backgrounds. And wouldn't you have just as much fun? There's also textures. We could add a texture. So I think what I will do in this case, I will just do, I'll just do a blue background. So I will bring it into the center. And so there's my cover. I added a different background. Now what I want to do is I need to add some information. I need to go to media, and I'm going to type in text. So I'm going to add text. My beach vacation. So I can type it in, and we'll say done. And it's pretty small, but don't worry, we can modify that. So I will put it, actually I'll put it up at the top. So because my text is selected, I'm going to go back to the eye for inspector. And because the text is selected, now I have some text choices. So I want to make it bigger. So I could move this and make it really big. So I could, cover my picture if I want to. I don't want to. So I'm going to make it about this big. And then I'm going to resize this so all the words will fit on one line. And I can move this up here. So I still have it selected. I'm going to go back into the eye, the inspector. I can change my font. Look at all my font choices. Lots of things to choose from. Even Open Dyslexic. I'm going to just stop for a second and talk about Open Dyslexic. Some people think, oh, well, that's an awesome tool if someone's dyslexic. Not necessarily. It doesn't work for every student. So one of the things that I would recommend is have students choose the one that works best for them. And then if we scroll down, we get all kinds of fun types of options. Really fun. So my beach vacation, what do I want to do? Maybe I'm the luckiest, we'll do luckiest guy. So there it is. And again, it looks like I'll need to make it a little bit smaller to fit on one line. There we go. And I can also change the color. I can change the background. Right now it's none so that we can look right through it and see the page. We can add a shadow. We can move it from back to front. So we could make it bold. We can center it. I think I'll center it. I was pretty centered anyway. Okay, so now we have our cover page. We want to add more pages. So what do? We go to the arrow on the right side, and once we select that, it gives us the capability. Now it says page 2 of 3. So we could keep adding multiple pages. We could copy some of the pages so that they would look similar. So I'll go into media, and let's say I want to import a video. And actually, I'm going to go into video we'll go to YouTube and find a video of a beach scene. Because I want you to see how you can even add in YouTube videos. So, oh, here's a 12-hour version. We really don't want that. Natural sounds. Okay, so these are actually things that we have to pay for. I don't want that. I just want beach. So we'll do beach YouTube video. And let's see what comes up. Okay, so these are very long videos. I guess I should have beach video of ocean waves and beach. Let's just see if that one will work. I didn't know that they would be so long. So 12 hours. Okay, not the best option. So I'll show you what I did in one of the other books. But what you can do, let's pretend it's not a 12-hour video, or this one is not a 3-hour video. So I'm going to open this one up just so you can see how it is done. And what I do is I can, once it's opened up, I can click on this share option because actually we don't want the ad. So I'll skip the ad. And what I want to do is share it. So I am going to hit share. And I don't want the URL because what that will do is it will take me to the website outside of the book. I want it to be within the book itself. Boy, doesn't that sound relaxing? So I'm going to hit the embed, and I'm going to just hit copy, and it's copying that embed code. You can see there's a lot more HTML in there in the language. So now I'll go back to my book, and here it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the plus. I'm going to hit import under media. And see where it says embed right here? I'm going to select embed. And here's where I'm going to paste my embed code. And it says confirm web link, validating it. Yep, that's it. So I'll say add to book. And so there it is. And again, we can move it around. We can resize it. We can add a background. But now within the book itself, we've added in a video. Now think about that. What kinds of students will benefit from having an embedded video? Think about all the different ways that you can be using some of these features. So I'm going to show you a book that I created. And it is right here. And so let's explore that book that I created for this demonstration. What we'll do is we'll go back to my books. And here's where we see them. So the one that we just added, whatever book you last worked on will show up here. So I want you to see this book that I created, America's National Bird, a book about eagles. Let's say maybe you're studying about birds of prey, or you're studying about just birds, habitats, whatever it is. You could create a book that now your students could have access to. So for reading, look at all these options. So I'm going to open up my book. And one of the great features that's built into BookCreator is this upper, next to, we've got the plus where we can add all of those different options. We've got the I for inspector, and then we also have an arrow to the right. And what it says is, it says, read to me. So we have some features that we can change about that. So let's go to the settings menu because I want you to see how it says read to me. So we can highlight the words as they are being read to us. We can make sure that we play the multimedia that we've embedded in there. We can turn the pages automatically. I don't always like to do that because it can be a very passive experience. And so I usually like to have the students manually advance to the next page. And so these are some of the voices that we can use, all different voices here. I don't speak any of these languages, so I am just going to keep it as the US voice Alex, which is a high quality Safari voice. One of the things, pay particular attention when he is reading the story. So now what I'm going to do is I also change the speed. We have slow, kind of slow, and then regular. It's not super fast. So I'm going to hit read to me.
America's National Bird by Amanda J.
So it doesn't automatically advance the page, but it will automatically start reading. Only if you select
The bald eagle is flying high. This majestic bird clawed its way back from the edge of extinction. In the middle of the 20th century, the number of bald eagles in the United States was declining rapidly. Thus, the species was put on the nation's list of endangered species. In 2007, however, the bald eagle was taken off the endangered species list.
Have you ever seen an eagle flying in your neighborhood?
In the early 17th.
So I wanted you to see that I embedded some audio here just to make it a little bit more interactive for students. And one of the things, this is the new feature. See this right here? If I select that, what it did, it automatically captioned my audio recording for students who are deaf or hard of hearing. So then they would miss that audio recording, and now they can see it. So the way that you do that is, I'll just show you right now. So we'll add a new, actually once we finish this, but let me just have you go on to the next page. So here's more text. Here's where I embedded a YouTube video into it. It is actually so again, really provide students with a lot of information. And when you're the one that creates the book, this is an alternative way for students to access the curriculum. So now they can independently, if they have some reading challenges, if they can't decode with fluency independently, they could now listen to this book read to them and gain that the background knowledge that they need. And they can listen to it multiple times while they really understand the content that you have created. They could also add their own pages. They can bring in their own images. So just think about all of these options that are possible. So I'm going to get out of read to me. The way you do that is we'll go back into edit. And now I am going to open up a page, and we will do plus. We'll go to the plus. I want to add an audio recording. I want to show you how you can add that feature of adding captioning to audio recordings. So we'll hit the plus, and whoops, you can take a picture, which is what I don't want to do that. We can do the plus, and we will do record. And when you're ready, you hit start recording. The bald eagle is one of the most majestic birds in our country. So we'll stop the recording. Do we want to use it? If I don't like it, I can redo it again. I can delete it and try again. We'll just use it. And now, so there we can, again, drop it anywhere we want to. And then with this selected, guess what? Where do we go? We go back into the I for inspector. And now, because it's selected, we can say add transcript to this audio and make it accessible for everyone. And we can make it invisible when reading it. So I am going to select add transcript. And now we can do it manually here, or we can generate it automatically. Let's make it easier. Let's just generate it the transcript automatically. And it says here this will be working in the background. You can close this overlay and it will continue. So let's just do that. And you will see the difference. Right now, there isn't that little speech bubble, but once it is done, that speech bubble will be added in. So if we wanted to add another page, we could just go, oh, and this is something else I would like you to know about. So let's add a 6th page or 7th page. And the way that we can manipulate pages, and also here, this is so see how it says here, your audio transcript is ready. We'll go back and look. So we'll select pages. And this is where, when we're in the pages view, this is where we could move pages around. So I'm going to move that one here. This is important because sometimes students change their mind about the page. They don't really like the way it's coming out. So you click on the page that you would like to. You can copy it, you can move it, you can insert something in it, or you can just delete it. That is the hidden trick about how to delete a page. So go back into, the big thing to keep in mind is you go into the pages view. So we're on this page. You know what? Let's do that auto draw, which I honestly haven't done in a while. So so we have a pen, we've got paintbrush, we've got a crayon, we've got a highlighter. Here is our auto tool. And again, not a drawer. Let's use this one. So we'll select auto. And this time, you know what I want to do? Let's see what happens. I'll make some waves. And let's see. Okay, it can't. Yep, there it is. There's some waves right there. So we can use those. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do this time? I'm going to use auto. I want to make a tree this time. So it says start drawing. So see, I even just draw one line and look at all these things that it's offering to me. So now I'm going to draw another line and let's see, still trying to guess what I'm going to make. And now we'll add, it's a little tricky to draw with a touchpad. So there it is. It figured out that I was drawing a tree. So now I can convert it into this tree. And then I can fill it. So that's one of the features of the auto drawing tool. So I hope that you get excited about that option as well. So we'll say done. We'll keep that in there. And I do also, we can undo those. That's fine. I can delete it. No problem. I showed you how to do that. I'm going to go back onto the page where I added the audio and see right here now, they added that speech bubble right here. And when I select it in the read mode, it will show up. So that's important to know about, but that's what it looks like. So when we want to read it to be in a read mode, that's when we would see the auto captioning. So now I can go into my books, and remember we have different options. We can do the sharing options here. We can publish it online. We can collaborate. We can download it as an ebook, or we can even print it. So we'll just leave it here. I'm not going to share it with anyone right now. But again, think about all the possibilities. One of the things that I have to mention to you is I worked with a 4th grade student with a teacher. We collaborated together. This 4th grade student, despite intensive reading remediation, was completely unable to decode text. Therefore, he was unable to demonstrate what he knew, too, through handwriting or through paper pen, through typing, because words just didn't make sense to him. It's almost like he had a word blindness. So what his teacher did, his teacher used the book. It was recommended that she create a book that could be used as an assessment tool. So she typed in her questions. She also recorded her voice. So then she would say, just simple, so what is the national bird of the United States? That could be a question that she would put on a page. So if we did a new book, and we will use square, and we will go to the next page. So she could bring in a picture of an eagle, but what we want to do, just quickly, because I want you to see this, so start recording. What is the national bird of the United States? And we'll use the recording. And then when the students came to this, they could then record their voice in response. Another thing that I didn't show you, another trick to know about that can bypass some of those challenges as well, is that plus, if we add text, we can type in text. We can also use speech recognition. So if I do this, what is the national bird of the United States? Question mark. And now we'll say done. And now you can remember all those things, how we've got the text selected, we choose the inspector. So I've shown you a lot of the features that make BookCreator an absolutely incredible tool to use. And what I want you to see too is, if we go back to our presentation, there are some links within the presentation itself. Here is a link to remote learning with BookCreator. Here's a link to getting started with BookCreator. Here's a link to resources, more than you could ever imagine. And here's the link to that amazing features page that I showed you. I want you to see this. Click on this. When you first log into, or when you first go to the BookCreator website, one of the options says resources. So if you have that selected, look at all these options. You can learn from what other teachers have done. So here's the pre-kindergarten all the way up to high school. So you can look by grade level, you can look by content area, you can see books that other students have created. You can also, here's some math projects. These have all been created in BookCreator. You can do the big book creator activity book. I mean, there's so many options here. Here's one on differentiated learning. If you want to see here's one supporting English language learners. So all kinds of resources that have been developed by the company itself. So I hope I got you excited about exploring BookCreator. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at karen.janowski@gmail.com. But I do want you to see this too. If you're interested, it is COPA compliant and FERPA compliant. So this link will take you there. You can learn about the free collaboration upgrade here. And if you're interested in getting the upgrade pricing, look into this option as well. So again, you can find me here. And I hope that you found this tutorial about BookCreator helpful, and I hope that you see all of the ways that it can help promote your students' reading and writing successes. Thank you so much for being part of this webinar, and we are all set.
Thank you for watching this webinar. For more information on the ATP Education Program, please visit our website at atp.nebraska.gov or email us at atp.education@nebraska.gov.